Alright, welcome back to Zero. Let's go into System, Options. You see we're at 98.1 now. Release candidate, which until a few minutes ago I didn't actually know that said that yet. So that was news to me. This is our first build in a few weeks. Well, technically it's our second build because there was a 98.0, but that one was kind of bad. So we had to replace that right away. And now we're at 98.1. And because it took so long to get a new build, that's why I skipped a week again. Oops. There wasn't much I could do about that. Alright, so I think we're going around checking out vacancies in the city. I think this is the vacant house. It has the right address. The gate is locked. It doesn't look like anybody's here. Doesn't matter how you look at it, things an empty mansion. Agreed. I am unable to detect any presences from within. I think this house has been abandoned for a little over 10 years. I remember hearing rumors about this house being haunted back when I was a child. Oh, really? Ellie and I are around the same age, but I've never heard of this rumor at all. At any rate, I think we've successfully verified the vacancy. Cool, let's move on to the next one. Our next... Wait, we have two more, right? Detective notebook. Yes, we have East Street and downtown. Let's go downtown first. Turbo mode. So useful. Until I get fast travel. Yeah, there's fast travel, but they lock it away from you for like a chapter. Now there's a cutscene when you come in here. If I'm not mistaken, this is Lotus Heights. There should be 3 vacancies according to the documents provided by City Hall. Oh, are you with the government? No, sir, we're police officers. We're just here to examine some vacancies to help bolster our crime prevention efforts. Vacancies, huh? I only recall there being 1 vacant room, though. Are you certain? Are there not 3? No, I don't believe so. I understand it can be difficult for the municipal government to keep track of our constantly fluctuating population. That's a little wordy. There's a reason this place is still an old dump after all. Anyway, you are most certainly welcome to inspect the vacant rooms, as long as you don't disturb the other tenants. Bye, Tontos. Okay then, shall we go take a look? Sure, sounds swell. It would be this one. The door is locked. Excuse me, is anybody home? I failed to detect any presence inside. Yeah, makes sense. Check out all the dust on the doorknob, too. I doubt anybody's lived here for a long time. Figures as much. I believe every other unit is occupied, making this the only vacant unit. Okay, Unit 203 of Lotus Heights. See how he does the scribbling. Alright, let's move on to the next one. And the next one, I believe, is to the right of the Bracer Guild. That's what it says. That's what it should say. Yes, to the right of the Bracer Guild. That would be this building, which is the Fisherman's Guild. That doesn't make any sense. This is the building directly to the right of the Bracer Guild. Wasn't it supposed to be vacant, though? It doesn't display any signs of vacancy at all. Quite the opposite, actually. We should probably bug reception to see what the deal is. Man, I want to go on another fishing trip sometime soon. I bet you would, wouldn't you? All the boomer characters get dumb laughs. Take it up with Arvin. Excuse us, sir. We're with the... Oh, you kids all interested in joining? Well, I'll gladly accept you. Welcome to the Fisherman's Guild. Boy, am I glad to see younger fishing enthusiasts joining us. Join the Fisherman's Guild? Pardon me, sir, but what exactly is this place? Oh, sorry about that, kid. This is the gathering grounds of fishing enthusiasts, the Crossbell branch of the Fisherman's Guild. Hey, kid with the blue and white jacket there. You look like you've handled a few rods before. I can sniff out talent from a Selge away. How about it, kid? Looking to get your bait on? God damn it, Arvin. What? I mean, sure, I used to go fishing back when I was a kid. No, snap out of it. We're currently on duty. I'm impressed at how easily he could tell Lloyd has fishing experience. These old men mystify me. Man, that caught me off guard. Anyway, this might go without saying, but this building isn't vacant, right? Because according to the records from City Hall, this place should be unoccupied. What? Of course it's not. That's impossible. That's comma splice. Oops. As you can see, we're in the process of planning our next fishing event. While we're on the topic of vacancies, there's an apartment complex by the name of Acacia 2 buildings down to the left. Pretty sure there was a vacant room in there. That's what you're looking for, right? Head on outside and check out the building to the left of the Bracer Guild. That should be Acacia. That might also be a comma splice. The actual vacancy's 2 buildings away? You're telling me the records are fudged? Well, considering the current chain of events, I'd say that's pretty darn likely, don't you think? Regardless, we should head over there and confirm the veracity of City Hall's records. Hit me with the veracity. What's up, Peter? Maybe someday we'll join the Fisherman's Guild. Alright, so let's go into the Acacia, which has some interesting things in it. Which is why I didn't come here the first time. Hello, Clarissa. I'm blessed to have 2 lovely daughters. My eldest daughter is in the CGF, while my youngest is with the CPD. Having 2 well-behaved, loving daughters is all a mother could ask for. Her daughter works for the CPD? Is it somebody I've already met? And in this apartment, we have Hugo. Bracers are the awesomest thing in all of Crossbell. I love Arios. Arios is super popular. And his older sister, Serena, who they also have a middle brother named Azel, who is missing. Hasn't seen him in a week. In this apartment, he's not here. There's usually a guy here. Well, let's check out this room. This is our vacant apartment. The door is locked. Excuse me, is anybody home? I failed to detect any presence inside, Lloyd. I guess this place is actually vacant then. Oh, what are you all doing over there? There's the guy that lives in that apartment. That there's a vacant room. Huh, looks like we were right on the money. Yeah, last tenant moved away about half a month ago. If you guys are looking for a place to stay, I'll go take it up with the landlord, okay? Well, I guess the vacancy on East Street was referring to this apartment. Did the previous tenant not file the proper papers or something when he split? Man, how lazy can you get? That reminds me, the City Hall receptionist had mentioned that their records may not be completely accurate. I now understand what she meant by it. Okay, so the vacancy on East Street is room 202 at Acacia Apartments. I should write down all the details. Great, now that we've confirmed the details of the documents, our work here is done. Details is redundant in those 2 back-to-back boxes. Let's head on back to City Hall and report our findings. The door is locked. You can clip in there with debug though. I tested it. The person living in the place across from me moved out about half a month ago. The place is probably still vacant, I think. They were always apathetic from what I remember. So that's how they messed up their paperwork. Also, we came here too late, so we didn't learn anything about Marcy. Marcy works for a brokerage firm in Crossbell. He's actually from Arabonia. And he has a family in Arabonia, actually. So he's like working away from home. He's separated from them. Right, City Hall. Let's take the Harbor District. And we can tell them how bad they are at their jobs. How disorganized City Hall and whatever the office is that's responsible for this. Was it like General Affairs or something? Hello everyone, is the verification process going well? Yeah, we finished it up. We've come to submit the report. Handed over the corrected documents. Should that be in green text? That's weird. think it should be. Wow, you've even included footnotes for each of the room numbers. Thank you so much. I'm sure the Residential Affairs Division will be more than grateful for the help. Thanks. I'd rather they worked on being a little more organized with their documentation though. Get rid of that laugh. They had us on a real wild goose chase thanks to their mistakes. I don't believe we have the authority to comment. The organization of the original documents was terrible. But she does it anyway. I'm truly sorry for the trouble they've caused. Residential Affairs tries their hardest to ensure complete accuracy in their documentation. Oh, god damn it, why is this 4 lines? And this text box is so, shallow, too, that I could easily make this 3. But at the same time, the DIAD members are constantly pushing them around. Regardless, I hope you'll accept my most sincere apology. No, there's no need for that. We may have been a little insensitive. Looks like this place has its own share of problems to deal with. Right, Crossbell's politicians wield far too much power. Anyway, I'm glad we could be of assistance. I know it can get overwhelming at times, so don't hesitate to contact us for help again. I agree. Assignments of a similar nature should be no problem for us. Just say the word and we'll be there. Thank you for the offer. We'll be sure to take you up on it when the time comes. Completed. Alright, that's one support request down. Up next, we have 1 more? 2 more? Right, the lost item. And this one's required, so we'll save the monster for last. The person we need to talk to should be in the hotel in the entertainment district. You can take either entrance, but I think this one's a little faster. Should be this dude. Who's Trant, I think his name is. I don't think I could take another step. I might as well cut my losses and head home. Excuse me, sir. By any chance, did you submit a request to the special support section? Oh, are you guys police officers? Woohoo! I didn't think you were actually going to come. Well, we're here to help. Your request mentioned that you lost some of your belongings? Do you explain how that happened exactly? Yeah, of course. Sorry, this is just so frustrating. I don't even have the energy to cry anymore. You see, I love shopping, so I thought I'd spend the day checking out some random shops around the city. I eventually noticed that there was a gaping hole in my suitcase, but it was already too late. All my stuff had fallen out. I searched for what felt like forever, but I still couldn't find any of my belongings. That really sucks, man. It's almost been a full day, though. Doubt your stuff's hanging out where you dropped them, to be honest. Passers-by may have noticed your belongings and decided to hold on to them. Would you please state the location you visited during your shopping spree? Sure thing. As you'd expect, I stopped by the department store first. I spent a good amount of time there. With all the new brand name stuff they have on display, can you blame me? Sorry, that's besides the point. Afterwards, I went to see East Street's marketplace, and it wasn't until I stopped to rest near the park in the Harbor District that I noticed the tear. After an uneventful day of frantic searching, I couldn't find diddly squat. I think I ended up losing my wallet, a souvenir I had bought, and, well, something else. I'm pretty sure I lost 3 things in total, but about that last one. You're going to tell us that you can't remember what it was, aren't you? Well, that should be enough for us to go on. We'll start by searching around the places you visited. Times, East Street, and the Harbor District. Those are all commercial areas, so it'll probably save us a lot of time and effort if we simply ask the workers there if they know anything. Awesome. Let me know if you find anything. Alright, let's go find Trant's stuff. So Trant only appears now during the prologue, and he gets a name. I guess they felt obligated to give him a name because it's like, well, if you're going to do a support request for the guy, we might as well name this tourist. But usually tourists don't get names. But it also makes me wonder if, who knows? What if they, pull one out of their back pocket and shove Trant into a future game somewhere? Because he's not from Crossbell. I believe he's from Calvard. Let's talk to... Oh, actually, you get unique dialogue if you talk to Neston first. The Times department store. Trant was in here for a bit. He might have dropped it somewhere around here. Actually, that should change. Instead of it should be, something. Because he could have dropped one of 3 things here. Excuse me, sir. do you happen to have a lost and found here? Are you inquiring about a lost item? Please go to the Central Information Desk. They'll be able to help you with your inquiry. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you happen to have a lost and found around here? Lose something, did we? This front desk more or less serves as the lost and found, and we have a few things on hand. What are you looking for? A few things, huh? You think one of them could be it? That's also weird. Instead of be it, it should be like belong to Trant or something. Hopefully. I'm not that shocked that they have a lot of dropped stuff, given how big a building Times is. Trant said he lost his wallet, a souvenir, and a third thing that he couldn't remember. Upon reflection, it might have been wise to ask for more details about each of the items. Oh, wait a minute. Are you referring to the customer that had his wallet fall out of a hole in his bag? That's him. Oh, thank goodness. Someone ended up seeing him drop it after all. Oh, not quite. We only discovered it after the fact. It's just that he stuck out like a sore thumb. He most certainly did. He was just happily laughing and cracking jokes with every person he ran into. So on his way out of the store, he hung a bag he was inspecting back on its display. It was only when we were cleaning up later that we found the wallet. Trant sure is a lucky man. I hope all of our requests are this easy. He never bothered to come here to search for it? Poor guy must have given up already. I suppose that's why he came to us for help. Please wait a moment. We'll bring it right away. Here you are. Thanks, you two. You're lifesavers. No problem. Just make sure that it gets back in. Just make sure that gets back in the right hands. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that does it for here. Let's head to East Street. So we got the wallet. And if you want, every time you get like unique quest items like this, if you really want to test this, you can look in the events tab and they show up in your inventory momentarily. So a wallet dropped by Trant in the department store. Made of standard black leather. I believe the person I need to talk to is you, Mart. That's your name, right? Trant said he walked around East Street's marketplace. He might have dropped something here. Excuse me, have you picked up any items off the ground recently? Dropped something, huh? Actually, wait a sec. I remember some guy wandering around here yesterday trying to find something. Didn't stop him from making a dull joke when he saw my stall, though. I don't think he noticed the gaping hole in his backpack because a package fell out of it when he wasn't paying attention. I tried catching up to him, but it was too late. Jackpot, baby. Oh, you the folks the police sent to pick it up? Guess I'll leave it with you then. Souvenir. I believe last time, it's been a few weeks, but I think I explained that Mart, you can trade fish to her for Sepith. A souvenir dropped by Trant in the market on East Street. That works. Alright, now to the Harbor District. I believe we want to start by talking to Ozell, my good friend Ozell. The Harbor District. Trant was in the area for a bit, so he might have dropped some of his belongings around here. Excuse me, have you picked up any items off the ground recently? Oh, are you looking for something? Actually, now that you mention it, there was some weirdo hanging out in the park earlier. I remember him yelling about a hole in his backpack at some point. He started freaking out pretty hard about it too. Oh, I got Bishop stuck on me. That certainly sounds like him. I only saw it from a distance, so I have no clue what he actually lost. That's too bad. Hold on. One of my customers mentioned finding something on the ground earlier today. She hangs out in the park around here pretty often, so it shouldn't be hard to find her. Why not try asking her for more details? Get off me, Bishop. Gotta talk to this one. Sorry to bother you, but have you picked up anything laying around here recently? Oh my, lost something, have we? I actually found something stuck in the grass on the outskirts of the park. I was kind of curious, so I picked it up. It was actually almost blown away by the wind. Blown away by the wind? Our client failed to identify what the third lost item was. What could blow away in the wind? Were you guys looking for it? I suppose I should give it to you then. See, Republic-bound ticket. A train ticket, huh? Doubt he's going anywhere without this bad boy. Anyway, we were able to retrieve all of his missing items. Good job, guys. Let's go back to Tron and tell him the good news. I'm sure he'll be glad to see his valuables again. And go into items, check out the ticket. A ticket dropped by Trant in the Harbor District. You can't return to the Republic without it. What a doofus. Like, yeah. He's like, I'm going home today. No, you're not. Then again, I guess he could always just buy another one. How expensive could it possibly be? Not City Hall. Going on this side this time. Change it up. Even though it's certainly longer. There's really no advantage to it. You really did lose 3 things, Trant. Luckily, we were able to track them down. Here you are. Take care of them from now on, okay? And please, stitch up that hole. You guys are miracle workers. This is definitely my stuff. And here I was about to give up on ever finding them and head home. Excuse me, but how would you have gotten home without your wallet? Or your ticket, for that matter? You know what? You make a pretty good point there. Anyway, thanks for your help. I didn't actually expect the police to come give me a hand. It was sort of a last-ditch effort on my part. I mean, you guys were great, but I haven't heard the best things about the CPD. Like, I was really surprised when you 4 showed up to help. I see. I think I'm finally starting to get why the special support section was made. Isn't it wonderful, though? The feeling of helping out someone in need? At any rate, that should be it for this request. Let me open up my log here for a second. There's something I want to look at. That's fine. Just wanted to look at those icons and see how they looked in the log. Alright, that does it for optional support requests. Well, we still had that hidden one that with Michelle that activates later. We had to advance the story a little bit first. But now we gotta go take care of that monster in Geofront A sector, which is down at the end of it where we were at the start of the game. I also think you unlock unique dialogue at the CPD when you defeat it. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe the dialogue in the city just advances after you do this. That's possible. Alright, and now here comes the great part. In New Game Plus, when you just want everything to die, Tio is a great party leader. I kind of got unlucky there, but Tio's super busted for field attacks. She has a lot of range, and the way her field attack works is like, because it spreads out, it has the ability to actually hit more than once. So sometimes it just auto kills. And this time, we can actually go up this ladder. It's a ladder. Climb up? Why, yes. And there's a chest here. It has Sepith in it. Did you know? The Bell of Crossbell was recovered in S1185, but it was known of long before researchers relocated it. Its documented history goes back to the Middle Ages, and it helped inspire the name Crossbell. I wrote that. I wrote that because Falcom was kind of like not great at explaining the Bell of Crossbell's origins. It gets kind of confusing because like if you talk to everyone in the game, multiple NPCs will have lines about it. And it kind of seems like there's a contradiction when there isn't, just because they were a little too vague. And they say things like, it was from the Middle Ages and excavated, and that was weird. That was, what the fuck just happened there? I think that was a bug. What just happened? Huh. I have to do that again later. But anyway, about the bell. It's just a little confusing that they say that like it was found, excuse me, they say that it's found like 20 years ago. It was uncovered in like 1185, right? But it makes it sound like they just found it in 1185. But the truth about the bell is that they knew of it, is that they were intentionally looking for the bell. Because they had like documents that talked about it or whatever, and they're like, man, we gotta find that bell again. So even though the bell was in some ruins until 20 years ago. They didn't know about it, and they had already known that the bell itself had inspired the name Crossbell. So that's why they wanted to find it. Let's get rid of this quest monster, though. At least a megalobat. A bat that became fat due to sucking too much blood. Uses its weight to fight. Yeah, everything should die in one. The joys of New Game Plus. Where this is not actually a real fight. Well, except for him, but now he's done. Now I think one of these doors unlocks. Oh, we get a scene. Good work, everyone. Not to be a downer, but this guy was way weaker than the one Arias took down. That may be so, but as long as we work together, there's nothing we can't overcome. Agreed. Also, I just deactivated the lock on the inner door. That should save us a lot of time, so we should go that way. Gotcha. When did she even do that? That's a good question. When did she do that? So there's this elevator, which we can't access. Pressing the button does nothing. The elevator cannot be used at the moment. Here's the one we want to use. It's a shortcut. See if it does it again. Yeah, that's a super bug. That's a bug. You know what this is? I don't think any of us have ever noticed this because... Let's do it again. Because why the hell would you not just use turbo mode? Oh, that's weird. And it still looks weird. No, this is different. This is like a new problem with a recent build. Because I definitely didn't have this problem in my testing. What the hell is causing that? Well, I got news for you, Jose and Rampos. They're going to be hearing about this in about 30 minutes when I'm done here. It's like, by the way, guys, the elevators look weird now. Go jump on one and see what it does. My guess is it probably has something to do with, like certain things, certain like objects have had to be like fudged a little bit because like game logic and frame rates and whatnot, because the game wasn't designed to run at 60, but we made it. So that's like caused some problems every now and then, and like every time it's like an individual fix. So my guess is that somewhere along the line recently there was some back-end thing done to something with frame rate logic and probably fixed one issue, but no one has an idea that it messed with the elevators apparently. Lloyd Bannings of the Special Support Section speaking. It's me. How are things going? Chief Sergey. Actually, we just eliminated the monster. Perfect. Where are you now? Near the exit of Geofront. The Geofront. Why? Huh, that's not too far away. What's going on, Chief? I need you guys to investigate something immediately. Drop your support request for now and make it your top priority. Yes, sir. So, what is it that needs investigating? Head over to the downtown district on the double. It's in the southeastern part of the city. Some residents there contacted the police. Apparently, two delinquent gangs are at each other's throats and are about to start a brawl. And you want us to stop them before there's trouble. Good luck. Hold on. Stopping a fight isn't exactly what I'd call an investigation. He hung up on me. What'd he say? I can tell it ain't gonna be fun judging by the look on your face. Listen up, guys. That is such a freaking... That's a Zerkline. That is such a Zerkline. Lloyd briefly explained what Sergey tasked them with doing. Delinquent gangs in the downtown district. Didn't we run into some of those brats when we were down there earlier? That's unique dialogue. That's a text flag. According to the database. I love that line. I use that one all the time. Two rival gangs known as the Saber Vipers and the Testaments formed downtown recently. Skirmishes between the two of them are daily occurrences now, it says. Really? A whole lot has changed in the 3 years I was gone, I guess. Well, whatever. We should hurry there and assess the situation. We have to find a way to calm them down before the situation escalates. Agreed. Downtown district it is, then. So did people's dialogue advance? Okay, no, because I know Mimi's dialogue, and that's not new. I wonder if Sergey yells at me if we go talk to him. Is he even in the office? I can't remember. He is. What's with you guys? Didn't I tell you to check out the downtown district? Don't forget that you're still rookies. Complete support requests, and who knows, an urgent investigation might come your way. So give them priority and score big. You can turn in our support request, though. Hey, what's up, friend? So I don't know if you can see it. I guess it depends on like the size of your screen and resolution. But down here, there's like actually text that says stuff. Boy, was this in English before. Now it makes sense. It says this document certifies the services provided are complete. Further bonuses are provided for jobs handled exceptionally well. Promotions will be rewarded with perks delivered to the document holder. I don't remember what it was before, but boy did it not make sense. It was some nonsense that Falcom just kind of like crapped out. Bye, Fran. Actually, not bye, Fran. Let's go see Fran. I want to see if her and Rebecca have unique dialogue. I think they do. I want to say at least Rebecca does. They say something about you having defeated the monster. I want to say. What's up, Franz? Thank you so much for handling the extermination. Oh, that's right. Did you hear the news? The CBD is currently conducting an information survey about local monsters. Really? What exactly does that entail? Well, it starts with your combat notebook's monster entries. You've been keeping it up to date, right? Once you defeat a monster, officers are supposed to record their information in their notebooks. The survey's simple. After you've recorded enough monster data, come show it to me. That information will be conglomerated and become the foundation for our new security procedures. It's quite the smart idea, isn't it? I can't disagree. I'm glad to see that we're thinking things out before accidents happen. Of course, after all, this is to protect the citizenry. Ah, I nearly forgot. Whenever you supply me with information, I'll give you a small bonus too. Make sure to stop by when you can, okay? We didn't get this conversation already? Like, I vaguely remember us talking... I guess we only talked about support requests with her last time, but yes, she also handles your notebook data. So if you fill out the combat notebook, you can get rewards from her. And because I already have the complete thing, let's just do that right now. Oh, everyone! It looks like you've been hard at work filling out your combat notebook. I'd like to record your information into our database. Mind if I see it for a minute? With pleasure. How do you have all of this? It's like you're from the future. Thank you. Here's your notebook back. I hate the heh. Let me gather your compensation. Please accept this. Got 5,000 Mira, 10 upgrade materials, 2 divine cloths. I guess those are the only 3 you ever get in the game? Thank you so much for going out of your way to gather this much data. You see, I asked all the other detectives to help out too, but I think the special support section were the only ones who took it seriously. You know us. We're busting our ass all over the place for work. It should be asses, plural. Gotta get that proper ass usage. We also have our fair share of fights. Either way, the important thing is that we were able to help you, Rebecca. You really are a dependable bunch. Since you've already gathered more than a sufficient amount of data for HQ, this marks the end of my request that I just submitted 2 minutes ago. Thank you all so much for seeing it through to the end. You deserve a special reward for this occasion. Oh, I got 10,000 Mira. Nice. I might still have some requests in the near future. When that time comes, I hope I can rely on the SSS again. Of course, our doors are always open. And we never have to worry about it again. Hiya, everyone. Am I doing a good job as your operator? Yep, you did great. We'll be counting on you in the future, Fran. Yep, likewise. The only problem is, I can't gossip with you guys all the time since every exchange is recorded. Don't forget to visit me in person every once in a while, okay? Anything from my favorite gal. We'll be sure to come by again soon. Aw, Franny's so great. Alright, let's go to downtown and stop the delinquents. things are about to get very crass. Have I talked about the fact that, like, I went through and I decursified Trails from Zero like a month or two ago, to where I made it to there's not as much cursing in the game as there used to be, and it's more like an official game? Well, there are some exceptions, and the reason why cursing is a little bit higher in Zero is mainly because of these two gangs. Look, over there. Check it out. Looks like things are about to get heated. Ha, you blue bastards. The word bastards is used a lot because of that nickname. Keep up that ego and you're gonna get murdered. Ha, you damn bugs have been getting on our nerves for far too long. Pretty ballsy of you to pull this underhanded crap on us. This is precisely why you Neanderthals are so annoying. We don't need to rely on underhanded tactics to take care of a bunch of bums like yourselves. I added a word there. And besides, you were the ones who sent one of our boys to the hospital. What's the saying? An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth? I hope you're prepared for the judgment I'm going to pass on you. Fine by us, you blue bastards. Vol doesn't need to be here for us to kick your asses. You took the words right out of my mouth. Wazzy's presence is unnecessary for us to take out the trash. Prepare for the crusade, everyone. It's time we eliminate these Saber Viper scumbags. Hold it! The hell? Never seen him around before. Cease your fighting immediately. Your thoughtless actions are causing a disturbance for all the residents living here. Huh? Who do you think you are to show up out of nowhere and tell us what to do? The downside of not having a uniform. How do we proceed? I can't remember whether or not this is DP dependent. I think it is. You should show them your notebook. We're with the CPD Special Support Section. We've received a request from residents of the area to intervene. You're police officers? Ain't no way in hell. There's no way they'd respond to a request like that. The cops never come here. At least come up with a more convincing lie than that. We're being serious. Regardless, that doesn't change the fact that you're disturbing the other residents. If you're so intent on handing out ass kickings, then why not take it outside the city? I'm sure you guys could use the exercise. You got guts, I'll give you that. Thinking you could waltz into the downtown district and run your mouth like that. We have our own code we follow here. Keep pushing your luck, and you're gonna get sent to an early grave. Damn it. This ain't looking too hot. Are there no other conclusions to this situation? I suppose we have no other choice. Oh, what do we have here? I didn't notice how cute those two chicks were. You trying to act cool so you can impress them? Hey, why don't you two babes ditch these losers and hang out with some real men? Are you out of your minds? This isn't the time to be flirting with women. Why don't we rid ourselves of these nuisances first? We can continue our fight after. Are you okay with that, red plagues? Fine by us. Take them down, boys. Gonna beat them all in like one hit. In fact, I can make it even better. Encourage. Rip. Oh, they all each have unique information to Testament Slingshot, Saber Viper Nail Bat, Saber Viper Knife. The other one was, I don't know, Pipe or something. Yeah, you have no chance with Randy. Randy's my strongest member. Wow, all 0 damage. New Game Plus. Damn, these guys ain't no amateurs. Those two bitches. I thought they were just the groupies. What's with their staff? That thing nearly fried me. What the hell? Stop screwing with us. You guys are just bracers, aren't you? I told you already, we're police officers. There's no convincing them, is there? Fine, have it your way. No point in going easy on them. There's no way you're beating us at full force. Let's do this, men. We must show them the true power of the Testaments, even if they are bracers. What in the absolute hell do you guys think you're doing? You can fall back now. Vald? Wazzy, you came. Oh, these guys must be... Looks like our head honchos have entered the battlefield. You guys been having fun while I was passed out? So, anyone care to explain what the hell's going on here? How do we put this? We were trying to teach them blue bastards a lesson when these 4 chumps came out of nowhere and interrupted our fight. You moron. Didn't I tell you to use that damn head of yours before you start shit? Are you dumbasses trying to piss all over my reputation by taking up fights in public? Is that it? No, sir. That wasn't our intention. We'd never do anything to piss all over your reputation. Enough. And what do you all have to say for yourselves? Do you intend to disobey my orders? Hear us out for a second, Wazzy. They started taunting us. That's why we... I don't want to hear your excuses. We're all a part of the Brotherhood. Spare us the unnecessary explanation. I understand. We'll reflect upon our actions. It's fine, as long as you guys understand. You guys haven't changed a bit. You frickin' disgust me, dude. Making your men dress up in those creepy-ass threads. You think you're a cult leader or something? I didn't force anyone to wear these garments. You're not much better than I am. Look at you, taking your anger out on your own subordinates. Is that how you were raised, Your Highness? What's with these two? I can't gauge their relationship. Anyway, why don't we set aside our differences for now? Are you guys actually police officers? You definitely don't look the part, that's for sure. They ain't half bad at fighting, though. Especially the redhead. His body's built like an ox. Cute compliment. Wouldn't say I'm as ripped as you, though. As for the 2 ladies with you, there's no way you can convince me they're police officers. I gotta admit, they're good-looking gals. How flattering. It's true, though. We're the CPD's new recruits. We're members of the Special Support Section, a division that was just recently established. Oh, you're the ones that appeared in today's issue of the Crossbell Times, then. If we're in the most recent issue of the Crossbell Times, then that means there should be a "the" in there. Could it be? Did they report on our rescue efforts? Huh? These guys pull off something big? Yeah, I think there's supposed to be those poser bracers in the news. Oh, I'm sorry. I suppose your so-called contributions helped with the rescue effort to some extent. I'll stop teasing you poor guys. My name's Wazzy. Wazzy Hemisphere. I suppose you could call me the leader of the Testaments. Why the uncertainty? You fit the image of a leader far more than I do. That shiny bald head of yours fits the role perfectly. Enough screwing around. The name's Vald Vallis, leader of the Saber Vipers. So you're Wazzy and Vald then. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Lloyd Bannings of the CPD Special Support Section. I imagine that you don't intend on escalating the conflict any further. Is it fine if I leave the rest to you two? What's so funny? Oh, it's nothing. I was just thinking about how silly you are. You think we plan on de-escalating the situation? What kind of dumbass train of thought is that? What's that supposed to mean? The only reason we stopped them is because we haven't finished our preparations. We plan on having the ultimate showdown once we're ready. And besides, it ain't gonna be the child's play you saw. Which one of us is gonna be left standing? We ain't stopping until one side's totally dead. What? You hear this? You guys really trying to kill each other? Don't know why you're acting all surprised. Now it's pretty obvious which one of us will get their asses handed to them right now. Keep running your mouth while you still can. At any rate, this is none of your business. Especially not for a bunch of government dogs, much less total greenhorns like yourselves. What? Roll out, boys. We're headed back. Yeah. Let's get going, too. Yes, sir. They're a handful. I don't think they were joking either. Yeah, they keep this up and it won't be much longer till this place is a war zone. Won't be seeing anything other than blood and bones around these parts. We have technically completed the mission assigned to us by the chief. This problem is beyond the scope of our mission, correct? I disagree. Our mission isn't complete. I don't want to stop now. If we let those guys have their way, then how will we ever regain the trust of the citizens? A convincing argument. You're right, Lloyd. We already know their intentions, so why don't we devise a plan to stop them in their tracks? Bit of a tall order, ain't it? We can't just get them to stop with some cheesy one-liner. They'll just laugh their asses off at us. Yeah, you're not wrong. I think it's the second one, because we already know that HQ isn't going to send help, because if they were, they wouldn't have made us do this in the first place. I doubt we'd receive any support if we sent in a request to headquarters. Our best bet is to rely on our own strength and search for a solution together. Wouldn't it be worth it to at least inform headquarters? They might send more frequent patrols to help maintain order. No, that's highly unlikely. Think about what happened. Those guys aren't scared of the police at all. They'll keep stirring up trouble regardless. I think headquarters is intentionally avoiding the downtown district. Oh. Indeed, downtown patrols are at a historic low according to the database. All for the purpose of reducing the budget. Looks like we were right. But doesn't that mean we're kind of screwed? I'd be down to pay him a visit, maybe an ass kick, and we'll put him in all in line. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. Hold on a second. I don't really get it. Why are they even trying to wipe each other out? I am not actually sure either. Ain't it obvious? They're a bunch of heated hooligans trying to take control of some territory. I don't think that's the case. If it were that simple, then they wouldn't have to resort to an all-out war. It'd make more sense if they were competing over a vested interest, but they're just a simple gang of delinquents. What could have possibly have happened for them to want to completely annihilate one another? I'm impressed by your deduction. Likewise. I get it now. What's wrong? Did I see something strange? Not especially. I'm just coming to the realization that you're truly qualified to be a detective. No kidding. You're definitely analyzing this from angles I never would have even considered. One quick glance at the leaders' relationships, and they look pretty chummy. There is a strong possibility that a hidden motive is driving the conflict. A motive only known by the delinquents. A motive so serious that it would drive them to eliminate each other without second thought. Yeah, that was my thought process. Well, there's only one thing left to do, right? You know it. Shall we pay the Saber Vipers and Testaments a visit? Which one of the two should we speak to first? So I think now all the dialogue in the city advanced. Definitely here in the downtown district, because people will have something to say about what just happened. I want to say they make you go to the Testaments first, but we could try. You guys, those clothes. Is this place supposed to be the Saber Viper's home base? Ignis. I believe this was once a warehouse, now remodeled into a venue. They do not pay taxes, so I'm unaware of the specifics. Don't just ignore me. I may be a rookie, but I'm still a proud member of the Saber Vipers. Oh, sorry about that. We were hoping to have a discussion with your boss. Do you think you could let us in? You want to see Vald? There's no way a bunch of dogs could ever dream of meeting him. Feel free to get the hell out of here. He's dead set on not letting us in. Probably not a good idea to bust in there either. Want to check up on the other gang first? That sounds like a good idea to me. We can return here afterwards. Oh, there you go. Let's go to Trinity. The bar I couldn't enter last time. Where is everyone? A billiards table? Oh, nice. I got a pool table here? Must be one of them so-called billiards clubs. Looks pretty interesting to me. Trinity is a legitimate operation in possession of a business permit. We better get a look at the Testament's base of operations. What business do you have with us? Where did they come from? Were they just like hiding behind those plants? Wait, you're... those police dogs? Thank you for cooperating with us earlier. The sign said you were open, so I figured we'd come by and have a friendly chat. Have you no shame? What do you want with us? You better have a good reason for being here. We'll continue where we left off and settle it once and for all. Settle down. Abbess, why are you stopping us? Do not forget that this is our holy ground. Cease your petty arguments. What are your orders, Wazzy? Let's see. I don't see the harm in letting them stay. Understood. Thanks. What's the matter with these people? They look as if they're about to hold some kind of ceremony. Well, why are you here? Didn't I tell you guys already? I don't have anything to say to a bunch of dogs. Just because you don't have anything to say to us doesn't mean the opposite holds true. We'd appreciate it if you could cooperate with us in an investigation. An investigation? I'm going to cut you off and tell you that I don't plan on settling our differences with the Vipers, if that's your request. The residents may be bothered by our disputes, but that's not our problem. They'll just have to deal with it until it's over. Yeah, don't worry. We're not here to stop your dispute with the Vipers. We want to know what prompted this desire to wipe each other out. What specific reason do you have? Oh, now that's an interesting question. That's... Silence. Let Wazzy handle this. Sorry. Considering their reactions, there's more to this story than meets the eye. Care to share the details with us? Even if I bother explaining the details to you, what could you possibly hope to accomplish? If you were the Bracers, that'd be one thing, but the police? Very unlikely. Oh, don't tell me. Are you guys planning on helping out a bunch of ruffians? I'll admit that the police have been awfully negligent when it comes to the downtown district. And you're not wrong. Knowing the details doesn't necessarily mean that we'd be able to help you out. However, our objectives don't fall in line with the Bracer Guild. They place the safety of the citizens above all else. Hold your horses, pal. What are you implying here? Wait a minute, Lloyd. You don't get it, do you? Do you honestly think I'd graciously provide you information with nothing in return? Has no one taught you the concept of give and take? That's where you're wrong. You're the one implying that I have nothing to give in return. Oh? Do tell. It's any detective's duty to shine a light on the secrets shrouded deep within the darkness. At least, that's what I learned growing up. If you happen to be holding on to any doubts about this situation, then we'll help you uncover the truth, no matter what. This is what I can provide in return. Oh. Impressive speech, pal. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. An overly dramatic speech of that caliber is a rarity these days. You're Lloyd, right? Man, I like you. I wasn't saying that just to impress you. Anyway, are you willing to share your story? I'd like to learn your motivation behind wanting to annihilate the Saber Vipers. Alright, fine. It'd be rude of me to deny you any sincerity after delivering such a gut-busting speech. Abbess, if you would, please. Understood. I've yet to introduce myself. My name is Abbess, a member of the Testaments. Oh, pleased to meet you. Holy, he's huge. What's his role? The incident responsible for our dispute began 5 nights ago. One of the members was ambushed by the Vipers in a nearby alleyway. Ambushed? Would you say that it wasn't just a normal, everyday fight? How could it have been a normal fight? He took a heavy blow to the back of his head and was beaten by a group of guys well after he lost consciousness. The whole thing was one-sided from start to finish. They beat him so bad that he was sent to the hospital. Damn, no mercy at all, huh? So, how's the victim doing now? According to the latest report from the hospital, he is yet to regain consciousness. The doctor has finished treating his wounds, but he did suffer a heavy blow to his head. We're currently waiting for any further updates from the hospital. I see. Excuse me. Did you attempt to contact the police at any point? Why would we do that? There's absolutely no chance they'd be willing to offer help. Regardless, the culprit is already obvious. Calling the police would only serve to interfere with our plans to enact revenge. I see. Please wait one moment. If the victim is yet to regain consciousness, to what degree of certainty can you claim the Saber Vipers are the culprits then? Hey, she's right. Don't tell me you guys determined that using your own biased deductions. As if we're that stupid. Unlike those meatheads, we're actually fairly intelligent. Isn't it completely outrageous of me to call some delinquents intelligent? Was he? We've got good reason to be damn sure they're the culprits. I'm sure you've got it all figured out, too. Care to tell us your answer, Mr. Detective? Well, what could possibly lead to that conclusion? It would be the wounds on the victim. Here's what I was thinking. You were able to discern their identities by the type of wound inflicted, right? Right you are, my friend. While most of the injuries were bumps and bruises, there were also a few lacerations. The weapon used had to have been both blunt and serrated. Wounds from a blunt weapon accompanied by lacerations from a sharp weapon. Oh. Gotcha. You figured it's one of those nail bats those dudes love using. I see. The wounds inflicted on him could certainly serve as decisive pieces of evidence. Okay, I think I've written down everything I need. Thanks for providing us with a ton of valuable information. Sure, no problem. Are you fine with this, though? Won't you grovel before me and beg of me to not exact my revenge? I'd obviously love for you to refrain from carrying out your plans against the Vipers, but I still don't have enough information to come to a conclusion yet. We'll need to pay the Saber Vipers a visit and hear their side of the story first. I'll keep you guys in the loop for any new information. Makes sense. Looks like you're dead set on carrying out this little investigation of yours, Mr. Detective. I suppose I should wait in anticipation for you to return with interesting information. And don't forget, if your investigation fails, this district will be engulfed in a bloodbath. I'll keep that in mind. I'll be sure to bring you back information that won't leave you disappointed. Lloyd, right? You're a pretty interesting guy. Feel free to drop by and feed me some interesting information every once in a while. I don't mind waiting a little while, as long as it's worth it. That's a little redundant there. I feel like I can get rid of one of the while usages. Alright, do we say something upon leaving? No, we do not. So up next, we gotta talk to the Saber Vipers and hear their side of the story. We're cops. We do investigations. But for now, we'll save that until next time. Save here. We'll hear Vold and the Saber Viper side of the story. Then we'll reconvene and see what our next plan of attack is for this investigation. We also still have that one hidden quest to do with Michelle. So, See you guys in the next one.